Hello friends, we're back. We're playing with Bazaar, we're playing Vanessa. Really enjoying playing Vanessa at the moment. Weirdly, Mac coming out has made me enjoy Vanessa more than I was before. Vanessa's in a good spot in the meta and is my favourite character to play, and I got this awesome skin. So safe to say we're going Vanessa. Let's go Enchanted Item, change things up a bit. Terrible can be cool. Double damage can be fun. Build a weapons build. Obviously Restorative Light are really strong, especially early. Might be strong enough to take just for the early game while we try to figure out what our build is, and especially while we try to avoid playing Katana and Lang John, which we did last time. Hate to see an early Curio. Jungle Ruin's also not great. Embers is obviously really good, but you're relatively unlikely to get it. Knee Brace is a good early get, actually. Underrated item for sure. Would have loved to see the lighter here. Lighter boy. Instead, we take Kyber Drone and hope for Lang John, then try to get a Katana and run the exact same build again. I think it's much more fun to try to run a build that at least early on tries to benefit from a lighter. Even just getting one extra burner would be so important. Knee Brace, obviously, we will be playing on the board, especially Silver Knee Brace this early. But it obviously doesn't do anything to help our day one battle. Neither really does Bronze Lang John, to be honest. Nothing great here. Maybe we could have made a case of going to Q and trying to get the cloak. Cloak plus lighter is a good combo.
If you have to ask the price,
anyway, too late now. These are all bad. Yeah, these are all bad. We roll? I guess we're going aquatic.
Excellent choice.
In which case, no, nah, because we're going to play the Knee Brace and the lighter. Let's take the... Oh, I thought I had a friend for some reason. That's a misplay. Let's take the health, even though that's bad. I really did think we had a friend for the XP for some reason. Not a good first day. Not a good first day at all. Which in some runs can honestly be kind of enough to turn it into a bad run. And I feel like we're going to have a very, very rough time against this build. You're not supposed to be good early. It's not fair, Mac. We obviously match up super bad against Poison. We matched up bad against a lot of things, it's got to be said. Knee Brace does give us a significant buff. 200 health at this stage of the game is nice. Does not compensate for losing the first day, of course. These early losses have a deceptively large impact just because it means every loss early means you have to go later, and Vanessa is not a fan of going later. As a pig, the matches have less impact because pig scales very, very well into the late game. Although it kind of does limit the builds you want to be playing. These decisions have all been pretty self-explanatory.
Come on in. Let's chat.
Sure, we're kind of going aquatic, I suppose. No. You're a really good early game item.
Oh, how about this weather?
There's no point playing Knee Brace against AI, so this looks fine. Fair bit of survivability, very slow chip damage. Covetous, my friend Covetous. You have a lot of health. Covetous does scale, which is bad news. Means we probably have to go the Sandstorm. I honestly think we might well lose. Although we do have Life Preserver. Just can't risk losing. And the only item that helps us is Shadow Cloak, so I don't feel too bad about not going after Covetous. I ran a build a while ago, I don't think I recorded it, but I ran a build that did run Crusher Claw quite a ways into the late game. I think it was as Pig. So a lot more support for large shielding items, but it's a cool item. It's a buff away from being properly playable, I think. Just because it doesn't scale, the damage value doesn't scale at all with the with its level. So bronze is pretty much the same as diamond, and the shield items gaining shield per fight is so minimal when it's every 9 seconds that really does need a buff. But it's a cool item. So we're going more and more into aquatic territory here, which I don't think is in a great place at the moment, but we haven't been given much of a choice. That's a nice upgrade.
Never be remorseless.
You're a good item, but we don't have any real support. I kind of regret passing over the jellyfish earlier. I was determined not to go aquatic Vanessa, which is why. So we're definitely not looking for weapons. Let's have a look at your haste item. That's a good one. Now. We have to play knee brace, even though it obviously makes our chances of winning this lower. Pearl is not great at the moment. I think you might just be better, because you're barely getting charged. And Beach Ball is obviously... well, not obviously. Beach Ball versus Life Preserver. I think you may do Life Preserver's job better. Gain 200 health. You're hasting. No, I think Life Preserver actually just clears it. So I think this is our best build.
Go ahead.
Which is not to say it's a good build.
This more fun.
The skin is so cool. I love this skin. We have the health advantage, that's for sure. Early knee brace OP. This damn Nightshade item, and yeah, Poison Mac is strong. So this build is not as strong as the last one, I feel. It's still going to massively out-heal our damage though, which is going to be enough. Yeah. Yeah, even with our heal, the poison over time, well, I mean it's strong poison over time. Maybe Mac is not bad in the early game at all. Maybe people are figuring out how to play Mac in the early game. Maybe Mac seemed bad in the early game previously because everyone was still running like the early game potion builds, which seemed to pretty clearly be bad, or the reagent builds. But now people seem to have settled on this type of poison, nightshade, regen archetype for the early game. And it seems to actually be pretty good, because regen is really strong early. So maybe Mac is going to be a menace in all parts of the game. I don't like that. Not as a Vanessa player.
Happy to make a sale. Sad to say goodbye.
Alright, it would be nice to get a win. Silence is always a tempting pickup, but
Tyrant's whole kingdom.
let's take bronze because we're terrible. That's better than nothing. The benefit of Life Preserver is pretty much gone on day 3, I think, because you're often dying over damage over time now. Knee brace, no point against AI, so we run this weird type of hybridy. I guess it's just pretty much pure aquatic with garbage to the left. You're never getting on the board, you're gone. Cove is just a bank. I hate how Relax only works for the NPC. It should be for the rest of the day. This event should absolutely be for the rest of the day. Let's have a look at skills, because pretty much anything other than... well, I guess there's a lot of weapon skills, but anything other than weapon we could make use of there. We lose to Aetherite, which means we go against, I think, Dabbling.
I know, like, several dark arts.
And hope for XP potion. Our build is really not that bad. Big part because of knee brace. Silver knee brace is doing significant work. Obviously Vanessa doesn't have the same ways as Pig does to benefit late game from high health, unfortunately. But higher health should be really important in the early game, even though it hasn't eventuated that way because we've run up against strong damage over time builds. Builds in a bit of a no man's land place, but it's early. We obviously want to be playing, I think that is, oh no, it's only leftmost item, it's no good. Let's have a look at a life-changing, sure, you're better than that. you, Shaw. And Shaw. Eels I really, really like. I really like electric eels. They're fine, not great, but fine by themselves, and they open up great pivots later with Lighthouse. So I think we sell our bank. Yeah, you're gone. To buy eels. And I think we even get you on the board, brother. I think we get you on the board like this. Bronze beach ball not doing much. Catfish great item, but is only bronze and is not gaining haste reliably. So I think this is a play. And now we're benefiting from strength, so there are some silver linings. Really great item, electric eels. Underrated, I would say, for sure. Now, knee brace is coming on the field in exchange for you. Yeah. Yeah. Donkey Kong.
My fight isn't with you.
Dunk Icon?
Sis,
More likely.
you should know. I'm a bit of a legend on
Level 4. You hate to see every part of this. As a me fan, you hate to see every part of this. Eels doing work. This is unnecessary flex this early in the game. Can't complain because they're going to win, but it's BM for sure. Our seaweed's doing work though. We can't even make a dent. At least your shrimp's out of ammo. If seaweed can go off again, we might be cooking here. One time! One time! Go off!
like my
You froze my seaweed! Oh, we still won.
Another round.
Or drew, which is a win. What was that? There goes my phone. Drop my phone in excitement. Important win. We lose there and we're in really, really bad place. Let's take the XP.
Full sail, my boy.
Let us upgrade something. So what does our build look like against the AI? It looks something like this, which is bad. Clearly bad. Clearly very bad. We can upgrade beach ball. Doesn't really help that much. Upgrade lighter for just one extra seems like a waste. Seems like this is a skill situation.
I'll keep honing my skills.
Both in terms of me losing and in terms of what we want here. Let's take damage for
Mastering.
eels.
So like
Yeah. Then let's... We want... I'm sure we want some medium items. Dock lines would be good. We're obviously thinking of longer term getting a lighthouse. Dock lines would be good. Captain's wheel could maybe be good. I think we take the money and the shield item. Wish we could have them both there, but sure. It's a minor upgrade and we got the money. Can't complain about that. You beat us. You probably beat us. And so I think we're down to boiler room. Daylight savings happened in Australia today, either going on or going off. Can never remember which one, but basically got an extra hour, which is very nice. So the eels are going pew 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 pew. The rest of the board is doing nothing. Basically, I shouldn't say that. The seaweed is obviously strong with the aquatic build that we're running. The eels item is our way out of this mess though. That's not our way out of this mess. Although I guess it helps giving crit chance to eels. And what else do we want to get crit chance? Nothing else matters with the order, so I guess we want to run it like this. So lighter is giving catfish and electric eels crit chance. And the order is otherwise irrelevant, so that's fine. Sure, you can sell some good stuff. Even with a lighthouse build, it's just terrible. Silencer obviously really good. So you go on instead of something, instead of probably... I mean, this combo, the catfish and yeti crab combo is cute, but ultimately pretty useless. So we put you like that. Free aquatic items is nice and will pay back for itself sooner rather than later. Anyway, silenced eels, the hazard. No one expects the silenced eels. Let's pray. I mean, we can't buy anything. I'm going to spend one just on the... I mean, it's a great vendor, but we're poor. Cute. That is a cute build for sure. Oh, is it better than what we've got? And is it worth selling out? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I think we sell out for Crow's Nest. Even though longer term we want Lighthouse, I think it's better. So I think you're gone, even though you're actually kind of good. What do we sell here? 2. We might end up selling the lighter, which is kind of sad. You're very good in a lighthouse build, so we might have to hang on to you. 4, 6, 8, 10. As much as it hurts to get rid of the enchanted item, I think it's probably the play. Seaweed's kind of good still. It's probably better than the lighter. So I think the build we're going to be running is something like this. Crow's Nest fitting in here. Beach Ball is just not good enough at bronze, so I think we go 8, 10, 12. That's what you call the Northern Lion pivot. Selling everything in order to get a one weapon build online. In my defense, this is a very atypical one weapon build, which probably means it's terrible. It doesn't seem terrible though. And later game you just replace Crow's Nest with Lighthouse and build around that. Or you pivot from Eels to something that's better with Crow's Nest. Who knows? This is a cool board. I'd like you to do things quickly, please. But not too quickly. The zap is very satisfying. That was a significant buff to the card. I'd like to kill you before crit. That went really well. Maybe we got something here. Enchant the Eels. We obviously get farmed by one weapon builds. On the other side, these are some good stuff, man. Some good stuff. Bloodhound is very strong. Not so much in this build. It's better in wider builds. Nah. We're going to want to be doing some hasting. We're going to want to be hasting. I can't see any way this build doesn't start hasting. And Bloodhound, we only really care about you. You go off half. It's obviously good. I think we take Quick Freeze on the assumption that we'll find a way to haste in the future. Bloodhound is an incredible skill, but just not so much in what we're building. Let's have a look for the booties. Not those ones. The good ones. Increase slow on our Eels is nice, though. Get out of my face. Slow on eye for 3 seconds every time it goes off. CDR. Yeah, I mean, it's all looking pretty good. 1% crit chance, bonus heal. We're so broke, neither of them really worth the money. Do we roll, hope for the boots, and if we see them, sell out for them? Nah. There's other ways of getting haste. We can keep on a lookout for Shadow... I mean, he could have had Shadow Cloak as well, actually, which would have been worth it. Maybe we should have rolled. Anyway. Doc's Tool? Yeah, sure. We're playing Health Vanessa. Knee brace on the field. Trash Town Mare we should beat. I hope. You're decent. You're decent. Augmented Weaponry would be a good get. Let's go for it. We have so much health. So much health.
Now pay your taxes.
The Silenced Eels. The Deadly Predator. Yeah, this should be fine. And it has really great upgrade paths, because Eels get a lot better as you upgrade. It increases their charge rate, which is huge. We have room on the left side of our board. I'm liking this a lot. Finding a way to get haste is our next significant upgrade. All 3 of our items upgrade well.
Security?
Augmented weapon? 1 time? Nah. Yeah, we certainly want to see non-weapon items.
Punish the.
Sure.
I can feel our energy.
And sure. You can go on instead of knee brace for when we're fighting AI. I think we probably still keep knee brace. For humans, you're good. You're very good. We want you. We must have you. So, might be time to say goodbye to knee brace. Well, how would we play this? Probably you get rid of seaweed. You probably hang on to Clemera because it's decent and it works well with Lighthouse. Or do we just commit to 1 weapon eels? In which case Clemera does nothing. Yeah. 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 Let's do that.
Your aura guided me to watch.
So against humans, or at least against the next human, I think we play this build. Because 200 health is still nice and seaweed is marginal. It would serve me right to lose. Against AI, hopefully? No. You're interesting. Nah.
Now this is how
Better early game than it is now. And let's hope for some useful loot if that's not you. Still no haste, which is annoying. I think the maximum chance of winning is this. We forsake 200 HP, but we have to give ourselves the best chance of winning. In which case, you're gone, because that's going to be the case in the future. So let's hold on. Let's play this. This is the best build, the best board that we can put out there. So it can't be accused of being greedy by playing knee brace. It's done very well for us. We should have a significant HP advantage against everyone. They have this item, this cursed item, but it doesn't slow our eels, and our eels are going to charge a lot when you go. So maybe, yeah, we should be fine. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Nice. Eels obviously have some matches where they just match up really well. Really strong, fun item. Don't typically want to pair it with a crow's nest, I don't think. There are better 1 weapon builds for sure, but
all of this is like a gift
for the time being, we're fine with this. Sextant, it's either... which one's better? I think I prefer Star Chart than Sextant, although you can see the argument for both. You're fun. You're very fun, but not for what we're doing. So we pass. Still no way to haste, which is what we need.
Send me your huge items. Price, don't
No.
care.
And nah, it's back. Nah. Even though you're kind of funny, you ruin our crow's nest synergy.
Go buy something huge and then sell it to me.
So that was a whiff, needless to say. Lone Shark. Dangerous enemy to be sure. Dangerous enemy to be sure with how much he scales with the thingies. The shark claws are very strong now. For the sake of 1 extra XP, I think we take what should be a win against the trash golem. Because his items are all relatively quick. So the eel should get in a fair few hits here. Eel's also a great enchantment recipient. It's something I think that's really worth keeping in mind as you build your board in the mid game. You really want something that can have a highly impactful enchant on it, because that is how you win this game. Enchantments are how you win the Bazaar, for sure. You need to get fairly broken stuff to go to 10 wins. Other than maybe if you go perfect. We won't be using that. Yes, please. More XP is nice. We should be able to beat the Enclave Weeper, maybe? It does get a nasty amount of regen, so we need to get need to win this relatively quickly. This guy got nasty. Yeah, I take back what I said about winning this. I think we actually lose. So much regen. Losing the optional fight always hurts, but it feels like it's not quite as devastating as losing the default fight, even though really they have very similar practical consequences. I do think we lose, but it's not super clear cut. 100 regen. Eels, one time? No. At least we got a bit of gold. That hurts though, that hurts for sure. Would have loved that XP. Still got a nice amount of health. We can go again, baby. Let's go again. Joyful Jack, level 8, same as last one. I think this guy's easier than the other one, but Poppyfield is also kind of a menace, but not with his build. I know it got changed, so it's quite strong. Floor Spikes charges from electric eels with charges from floor spikes. But I think eels are better here. It's tough with the regen. 40 regen! Get out of here. Get out of here. We're gonna lose again to regen. Regen's so strong now. Yeah, look at this. Look at this nonsense. And it's so good in the sandstorm. Seems to be something about the way the proccing works that makes it... Oh, we win! So that's nice. But yeah, obviously regen's super strong in sandstorm. But we got the XP that we were after, so can't complain. We keep our health advantage. You're interesting. You're very interesting.
Rally men, blades to the wind.
Upgrade can make a case for any of these three, but I think eels are the way to go. We're committed to this build now, and charging for 2 instead of 1 is just so big. When you use a weapon poison, every time it would poison and it would stack pretty exponentially, but I think the CDR from Star Chart clears it. Now, question is, I think 20% crit has gotten to the point where that's now more valuable than seaweed. Maybe it always was. Imagine that meme. Always has been. So we want a Mac that goes fast and doesn't poison. This is a Mac that poisons and regens a lot. You're a regen Mac. You're a regen merchant. We don't like that. We don't like to see regen, in case you didn't gather that from our AI fights. But because your items go off so quickly, that allows our eel to get work done, and the crit is very nice. Crit is very nice. That felt good. Is the Crow's Nest Silence Eel combo goated? I don't think I've actually seen this on a YouTube play before, and I've watched a fair bit. I'm sure people have done it, but certainly not your typical, you're out of here, certainly not your typical Crow's Nest run, which is nice. Don't have anything to upgrade, so let's have a look.
Welcome in, hon. What can I get you?
As before, haste is really what we want. Haste would clear Star Chart. So you, I'm pretty sure, even though we'd only have... So you'd haste yourself and eels, meaning that you'd go every 2.5 seconds pretty much. So eels would be close to perma-hasted, but it's CDR. You don't have to be next to it, but we don't have room for you and the Star Chart. So it is you going in instead of the Star Chart. Is that good enough? Ah! The reduced CDR is so nice though. I think we wait. We wait for a better haste. Maybe we could have made a case for the robot. We wait for better haste, I think. Burn temporary item. Don't have interest in burn. I mean, if we were to see a lighthouse, you could make a very strong case for pivoting to lighthouse. So let's not risk seeing it, so that we don't have to think about it. And let's just take the temporary boost. Chili Charles is a menace. Ghost Pepper is a menace. 3-2. For the sake of 1 fewer gold, we'll fight someone we know we can beat. Yeah, some of the AI is hard now, man. Unless you've got one of those fights one of those boards where you're just clearing. AI fights can be very, very challenging now. With the buffs that have been made to some items and tweaks that have been made to some of the enemies as well. So we want to get our enchant on eels. That's a major breakpoint, is when we can enchant this. And ideally we want to improve the left part of our board as well.
Waste of gunpowder.
Not with that.
Let's take a tyrant's whole kingdom.
Weapon, crit, or gold? Weapon is good. Damage on eels is really important. That's one of the significant ways we upgrade. Would have loved if it was right-handed rather than left. You're going to be critting a lot, so this effectively scales the eel quite nicely. All you need to do is crit twice, and this skill is already better than left-handed. So I think we take improvised weaponry, especially as we build towards 100% crit. One time? No. Would have been nice to get the extra fight there. Docks with the star chart is nice value. Our econ is in a fine place, but it's certainly not in a great place. Lackluster.
I may be young for a captain, but
Hopefully,
I see my
fingers
share of
crossed it's an app name for our sake. Got so much health. It's so nice to have this amount of health. It's a cool item. I like that a lot. But I think we should be okay. Zap, 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 zap. Charging for 2 seconds makes such a big difference. You hate to see this amount of burn coming through, but I think we're doing fine. Oh, please go! Oh my goodness, I thought they had timed their items beautifully so that the eels didn't charge at all when they were about to die, and we were dying to damage over time, but we take that. Silenced eels continue. These are both great. These are both great. You have to go Monster Ranch. CDR. Oh no, it's terrible! What is this? I think there were so many great items and we got the worst ones. Oh, yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. That was unlucky. CDR is so nice for us. I think we take the temporary boost again. Trying to continue crawling our way over the line. You're fun, but no. You're a regen merchant, but I think we take you, although we hate regen. But I think no matter what, we don't get to level 10 today, so there's not that real breakpoint. Oh baby, I wasn't even thinking about this synergy. I think if we were to get the bone, well, we have to win first, which is looking not particularly likely. If we were to get the bone, we play it with the eels for sure, because it's funny. What we get rid of would be the question, but we'll worry about that if we get to it, because that's a lot of regen they got coming in. I'd like your items to go quickly, please. And you not to crit. I'd like to win, please. I want your bone. Bone me? No, that hurts. Mostly because the bone would have been such a cool item to play with. And also because it's a bit of a reality check to how shit we are. Let's take a look at loot. I guess I shouldn't say that. It's a reminder that we pair up very poorly against some builds. Against builds that don't charge our eel, we pair up very, very poorly.
You have great potential.
No. Yes. There's better skills, but sure, scale a bit faster. Yep, there's good stuff here.
That means it's treasure.
That's good. That's very good. But has anti-synergy with eels, actually. Normally with 3 kind of flex spots, you put in iceberg without thinking, but we kind of want their items to be going off quicker. So I think we actually don't take iceberg, as tempting as it is. Submersible, there's a world where you pivot into that, but I'm having too much fun with the eels. Submersible is a really good one weapon build. Martin, they got to 10 before us because we've been taking some easy fights and haven't had much luck with bonus fights, so getting to 10 rather than 9 is a massive advantage in the Bazaar. Massive, massive, massive advantage. The reason being they now have this nonsense. Oh, that's going to charge so fast. We're going to be, oh, that's a brutal, this shiny plus that toxic is a killer combination. Not as good as, our build matches up against them really well, because their items go off. Oh, and they had catfish on both sides. This is a really cool build they got there. They applied poison very quick, but didn't have a huge amount of survivability, and our build matched up well against them. I think the whole way through the game, our build is going to match up well against Aquatic Finesser that relies on items going pew pew pew. And I mean, even against Shipwreck, we match up well.
Come with no weapons.
Sure.
Use them for the good of all.
So we love to see Vanessas, I think. We don't want to see pigs. Nah. Only good if we pivot into Lighthouse, which we've already decided we can't be bothered. More CDR from Star Chart is nice. Let's have a look at large items, because there's the eel upgrade, which is obviously incredible, and the crow's nest upgrade, which is very good. Nah, never lucky.
I will be there long after you are gone.
Decent probability as well. There's some good stuff from the Death Knight Reaper, no doubt about that. But I think we probably lose, because his items aren't pew items. They're heavy hitting items, which don't match up well against. I was hoping your crow's nest was still silver. So I'm pretty sure they messed around with how you get items from enemies last patch, either deliberately or accidentally. I don't think anyone really knows. But it seems you can get duplicates from enemies, unless they fix that. So there's a chance we get a second crow's nest if that's still the case. If not, we'd obviously take either of the skills. Would be great. Oh, there you go. That solves that. So you can get duplicate items. Oh, okay, there's a lot going on here. Double crow's nest, funny but useless. Let's just put it there so we can see. Obviously, the crit stacking is nice, but the lifesteal stacking doesn't do anything. So we just upgrade to the gold one and sell the silver one. There's some items that are broken to have two, but that's not one of them. Enchant item with damage effects is great on our eel, obviously. Yeah, I mean, there's just no way around. That's really good. There were better enchants we could have gone there, but that's a really good one. Now we really want to upgrade our eels. How cool do they look?
So cute.
You're very good. But putting you to the right is not good, because it's the same CDR as Star Chart, and we can't get rid of anything else. So it's really, you're going in place of Star Chart. Putting you to the left would add 50 damage, which is actually 100 damage, which is a lot, but would get rid of the CDR, would increase your cooldown by 20%, kind of, with the way percentage works. It's a lot of damage to increase. I think it might be worth it. Up to 4.8, so you don't charge quite as fast, but you hit really hard now. 80% crit. You also lose the crit chance though. I think we stick you in the bag until we can get you to 100 crit without Star Chart, in which case I think you're probably just better. Nah. So I think that's the play. You should keep an eye out for temporary boost as well, because it's super juicy now. Let's try to upgrade our small items. Nope. There were some interesting choices there, but I think what we've done is right. Dually.
You should know.
Similarly matched Dually. Power Drill Dually one time. I think we match up very well against that. It is, so now I have no excuse not to win. Bug Dually. Our eel is going to go crazy, right? It's going to charge infinity. Oh, you froze at the least opportune moment. It's still kind of going. It worked. Yeah, I'm sorry, friend, but that build is absolutely destroyed by our eels. That was very satisfying. So it's a one-weapon build. It's a one-weapon build. It's the most common overseen build, but it's a cool variety of one-weapon build. You're very interesting. It has to be Shipwreck, doesn't it? It just has to be. Multicast on the eels is just too good. This is a really cool build. No CDR hurts. Lower crit chance hurts. For sure, that hurts. But the fact you go twice every time you go is just really good and funny. And we had perfect money for it, and it's a cool new shiny animated Shipwreck. What a cool board. Nah. Do we want to transfigure anything? Nah. Let's take the gold. Useless. You're scary. Your skill is good. Your skill is good, but we kind of don't want to slow enemy items. We kind of want the enemy to go pew 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 so that we go pew pew pew. We really want a way of hasting. Let's fight the Trash Titan. Yeah, you do something different now. But there's also very little flexibility with our board. The multicasting eel is awesome. It's really cool. The multicasting self-scaling obsidian eel. Fantastic. And we want to get it upgraded to diamond for sure. And it would be great to get the start of battle or first use of item hasting aquatic items. That's what we want. It's none of these. We're not hasting. That's fantastic. I think it's worth taking that rather than scaling. Freezing, I mean, there's some... I know, there's some counter synergy with freezing with electric eels, but it's... Overall, freezing is a benefit for this build. We can sell out of stuff to afford an upgrade here. Yes, please. So we are going to sell... I mean, the board's pretty much set. I can't see us ever running anything other than this, which means we sell you, and we sell you. And we buy you. And you should now charge 3, I believe. Oh, baby. Do we roll again? No, we can't afford anything else. Silence multicasting eels. You love to see it. Let's gamble. I just can't be bothered. Just cannot be bothered. Very strong Vanessa, a good test to our build. I think we're stronger, especially up against aquatic. We lose to one-tap builds. Yeah, we should beat this. You're going to shield a lot, though. We need to get you relatively early before your turtle shell goes crazy. You froze our one item. That's incredibly rude. But we go pew 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 and win. Ha. And the fact that it scales as well, even though that was like the aquatic build most built to counter us, it stood no chance. So yeah, we just beat aquatic Vanessa. We beat any build that relies on going off very quickly. This is a really fun build. We're not improving with any mediums. Do we just take chocolate for the health? I think we possibly have better ways of spending our money. In particular, skill merchants. Curio is obviously good because we want to look at ways of improving our slow, I would say. CDR also really good. Do we want ways of improving our slow? Probably. I mean, 2%. We take it though. We roll. Our money's getting very low. Okay, well, we don't have to think about it because we got no way of improving our slow duration. But we take you, and that's it. And yeah, sure. Why not? 10 max health. We do have a significant health advantage against everyone but pigs. Just because knee brace early was so nice. You're scary. Your billboard is a pew-pewer. But by the time it's pew-pewing, your other items are scary as well. Again, for the sake of the gold, let's just take this guy. Because yeah, the build is polarized for sure. We match up really well against some builds and really poorly against other builds. So it is a bit RNG dependent towards the end of the run here. But I think given how much prestige we have, we're fairly likely to get this all the way. But we really do want to match. That's a great get. So you can now go to... Yeah, really great get. 85. We really want to match up against... I think we go Pearl's Dig Site. Non-one-hit builds. One-hit builds are bad news. I'm sure there's a game-changing item we can get here. I just don't know what it is. Obviously an upgrade would be nice. Those shorts look awesome. Shiny shorts. Let's just cash out, I think. We only get one more re-roll. Yeah, let's just cash out. The odds of finding something that upgrade us there was relatively low. You can sell Silencer, which is one way we upgrade. Which is a significant upgrade, Silencer. Nope. It was unlikely. Could make it... I was going to say Incendiary rounds obviously have some synergy, but the board is just set. Strong Vanessa. Very strong Vanessa. Very, very strong Vanessa. I still think we beat Aquatic strong Vanessa. I think we lose to one shot, one weapon Vanessa, which this is. That's a strong Fang. I think we lose to this. They have a cooler silencer than me, and they slow my weapon, and they keep me frozen indefinitely. Do we win? We're both scaling. We're scaling better. I think we win because they're extra iron. No, this is a tough one to call. Yeah, I think we win. We do. Because their extra items really hurt them then. Yes, the dock lines were slowing us. Yes, Seaweed was healing them a bit. But they were proccing our eels. If it was just a straight eel against Fang battle, that's quite close. But the fact that, especially with their skills that are better than ours, but they were just giving us so many charges with relatively inconsequential items. Good win, good win, good win, good win. We're really well placed to take this to 10 now, which is nice. Let's just take the guaranteed damage. Silence Obsidian Eels Shipwreck. Yes, 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 yes. You love to see it. It's a cool build. Items. Looking for upgrades and nothing else. Ha. Tempting. Tempting, but I'm staying with my beautiful eels. Yeah, let's take Law of the Waste. Finally an elite enemy that we can take pretty confidently. Even Pendulum here, I think, doesn't make us rethink our run. I think there's nothing you can give us that we prefer over what we have already. And I think we skip your skill. Well, we definitely skip your skill if it's offered. So, no hard choices to make here. Yes, 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 yes. We will upgrade. You're nearly maxed out crit, completely maxing out your crit, obviously amazing. But what's really amazing is reducing your CDR. Or giving you CDR, so we further reduce your cooldown a little bit, and we give you more damage. So yeah, silence upgrade was the way to go for sure. Would love an upgrade possibility here. Sure? Sure, there's a chance you have something we want. Really, any upgrade is nice here. Look, there's a real case for running Dam in this build. We're using aquatic items a lot. The moment you proc, we pretty much guarantee beat anyone other than... Yeah, we guarantee pretty much beat anyone. It's a real case for running Dam over Shipwreck. There's a case for running Dam over Crow's Nest. There's not a case for running Dam over Eels. I just like what we're doing. I like the current build, and I feel like it's quite likely to get to 10. Ugh, these are both decent chance of upgrades that we can afford. I think given that we go U over dig site. Large? One time? No. Didn't upgrade much that day, it's got to be said. Still think we're in a great spot. Mac. Level 14 Mac. With hood skin.
I seek the ultimate secret. Will you get
What are you doing? No, it's the thing. With multicast 4, I think that beats us. Pew 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 pew! Oh no! It was so close! I don't believe it! We were so close! Oh, but that was a really, really strong Mac build, but we're going to run up in really strong builds now. We get one more enchant, which maybe can kind of improve the run, but I definitely think there's a risk we fall off badly here. And don't get to 10 after that. Oh, it's taunting me. It's back. We can obviously cash out. You don't do anything. I mean, the odds of finding something we want to put on our board is so long. Maybe we cash out and try to spend our money on ways that improve gumballs. Which is better. Curio upgrades damage. Chance to improve slow, which even though I get the counter synergy is probably still worth it. Increase crit. I think we take gumballs. Gotta be gumballs, I'm afraid. Looking for blue and to a lesser extent red gumballs. If we get another upgrade, it's going on silencer. So it looks like we're not going to be maxing out your crit chance.
Yes, I will dance with
Which is a bit of a shame. Still would be lovely to get the first time you use an item haste aquatic items. Because not only would that give us helpful haste on Eels, but it would proc quick freeze, which is really helpful disruption. And disruption is the name of the game, late game. Good thing is, I'm pretty sure we don't get directly countered by builds that freeze Eel, because charged items can still go when they're frozen, I'm pretty sure. So that's okay. But I'm sure there's still builds that just outright counter us. Do we go for haste and charge? I think so. There's just so many good gets here. That's what we wanted. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we want. Useful haste and procs quick freeze. Do we look for... Yeah, silence is just such a big upgrade. I think it's worth taking a gamble on finding gold silencer in the shop, which we don't. But I think it's worth it. Really want to win, get to 10. Skills is a great merchancy. Really want to get to 10 today because our odds are going to significantly decrease. 1,000 extra health is very nice, don't get me wrong. I think we take it. It's not the most impactful, but it's a bit of survivability, a bit more survivability, and it stresses our advantage already, which is increased health. Vanessa having a slightly worse run than us, but is higher level, so testament to the fact we haven't made the most of our AI fights. Aquatic. Oh, it's a mirror. I don't know how this goes. There's going to be a lot of pew-pewing though. Pew, 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 pew. Looks like we're good. Yeah, our eels are better than your eels. Great run. Really fun. Shipwreck just on the one item, but an incredibly impactful item. Crow's Nest, really strong as always, but being used with an atypical item. Eels, Electric Eels, really strong post-patch, but going twice, plus the Obsidian enchant. Yeah, really fun, really cool. Happy with the 10 wins. Vanessa in a strong place this patch, I think. If you like playing Vanessa and you haven't really taken to Mac, it's a good time to play Vanessa in Standard or in Ranked. Thanks for watching, and I'll subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you next time. Cheers.